Hey guys, how are you? You know, I've got to thinking. I got to stop doing that, but I'm thinking now about everybody blaming this stuff on the trans people. You don't have to be trans to not be an idiot about it. I don't understand it. Everybody's like, "Oh, what if, my son asked me a question. What if a trans person walks into the bathroom?" All right, fair question. But let me tell you something. Why does it have to be the other? And why does it have to be trans people? Like, has anybody really been chased down by a trans person? Has a lady ever come home from a single lady come home from the club when she's 21 and say, "Can I have a couple of girlfriends? I don't want to get, beat up by a gang of trans people." No, they pick a bathroom. Like, that's the biggest problem we have? How about I was down south in the Chase state of Florida going to one of these conventions down there, and I go to the bathroom. It's about 85 because it's Florida. And you can see some married guy getting out of a car. I didn't know he was in the stall. So I go in. He didn't even see me coming in. And I hear, it's a little warm today, isn't it? It's a little warm today. I didn't say anything because apparently I'm not going to say anything, and it's Florida, and yeah, it's warm. So what I'm saying is, let's pick a situation. Like, people listening to me now, when was the last fucking time you or your wife were threatened by a trans person in the bathroom? And we got a lot bigger fish to fry. And the weird part is, it's not even picking sides because we're all human. We all do stuff, and we all have fun, and we all have secrets and all this bullshit. So I'm not Republicans, Democrats. But for some reason, the Republicans always go for the sex part of something. Have you noticed that? Like, well, for you young people, you may not. But like in the 90s, late 90s, I worked at a community center, and we had a gym there, and there was a bunch of TV. So I, go to the gym, say hello. Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky, oral sex, stain on the dress, oral sex, fellatio, oral sex. I didn't inhale, I didn't swallow, I didn't smack it against my head. Oral sex. That's all the Republicans talk about is sex. And yet the last election, there was a lady wearing a shirt with these big old torpedo titties, and it said, "Mr. President, you can grab mine anytime." And she's sitting in the audience with the torpedo titties advertising it. So I'm sure your kid may have asked, "Ma, what's that lady with the big, J cups, with the..." What I'm saying is we're just picking the other. I'm getting really Italian. I haven't had a... It's just one of those days, I'm not going to be, I'm all happy. No, I have CPTSD, and I'm not happy today. But enough of this trans shit. Worry about trans fat, okay? You people worry about trans fat. Margarine they used to give to pigs, and it killed them, so they started doing parquet butter, early death, parquet, early death. So now everybody's doing the margarine. So you know what? We got a lot more stuff to worry about than trans. It's so stupid. It's such a distraction of bullshit. And I could get more into the trans thing if you start going on statistics and who watches that stuff. Okay, that may be a problem. Okay, so the problem is always usually at home. So let's pick the other. I know some trans people. They have enough issues. And let me tell you, working for sexual abuse and doing all that stuff, working with the state, those people I would trust more with my kid, and they protect them, especially the 6'2" ones. Punch them right in the face. Anybody that touches your kid, then take the spike heel and knock their eye out. They're usually kind people. People that have to... I'm sorry about my camera. I'm fucking moving my hand. They're usually kind people, and kind people that go through a lot of struggles, end up having more compassion than a bunch of people, looking at a trans person because their kid asked a question. Yeah, and guess what? Trans people have been around for tens of thousands of years. I'm sorry I'm using facts and logic, not religion, and maybe the trans people won't get to go up in the rapture because some of them have fake titties and the silicone won't make it to the fucking kingdom. I don't know. I just know that it's stupid, and we got to stop doing this to these people. Back in the day, in the Indian tribes and other tribes, they had the Hayoka and the sacred clown. And men, they would get dressed in the drag and play the feminine part. And they ended up being shamans, not like chased out of the bathroom. So we got a lot more problems here. And as I said, that guy in Florida, he didn't have a wig, okay? And he wasn't contouring. And if we're going to get into trans, we could use a trans in the White House to help him contour a little bit. He wears more makeup than RuPaul. So if we're talking about gay, we can't link gay to makeup, to this, to trans, to your sister's ass. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. But if we take the focus away from the trans, then we'll have to look at our own shadows. Oh, not good, right? So, I mean, we got a lot of shit to work on. Besides, whether somebody has a RuPaul sighting in a portalette in Florida. We got a lot more things to worry about. So, or be concerned about, or find solutions for. But you're not going to get rid of trans people. Like, you can have a war on trans people, war on dandruff. Well, how are you going to have a war? It's unnecessary and stupid. It really, really, truly is. It really, truly is. And then we got the one in Florida when they were having for the governor. He was in makeup. He didn't even go down and talk to the people. He got more touch-ups than Marilyn Monroe on a set at MGM. Okay, so let's look at our own selves. And it doesn't matter if he wears makeup. I'm not even saying that. It doesn't fucking matter is what I'm saying. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Okay? Now I'm going to put my false eyelashes on. I got my falsies in the heater because I wanted to keep them warm. I got my panties ready. I got my saran wrap to tie my waist in. I like the fake cleavage they have now with the boobies. It's nice. So I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.